Hey guys, welcome to an episode of Ramp Spotting. Today we're looking at this P-51 Mustang, so sit tight and I'll be right back. This Mustang was built in 1944 for the U.S. Army Air Force. It spent most of its early life at the Stewart Air Force Base in New York. In 1963, it was sold to Charles Lyford and given the tail number November 2869 Delta. Since 1964, it's raced at the Reno Air Races as Bardahl Special. It's raced consistently since the 60s, and even raced as recent as last year. The pilot was making his way back to Chino, California, when he got stuck here in Arcata due to the low cloud ceilings. So since it's here, let's take this opportunity and do a walk-around. At one point, this aircraft was fitted with a highly modified Merlin engine that produced over 3,000 horsepower. According to the online dossier, it looks like the engine's been replaced a couple times, but I don't doubt that that thing packs some horsepower. In 1967, this aircraft came second place in the Reno Air Races with an average speed of 400.33 miles per hour. Isn't that just a stunning looking aircraft? It's so cool to see one of these up close. Not sure what this intake is for. I'd assume it's an air intake for the engine. I don't think it's used for cooling. Let's take a closer look at these tires here. They're a lot smaller than I expected. I wonder if there's a specific reason for this tread design. I wonder if that's just how they are manufactured now. What kind of braking system does this use? I don't see... It looks like it must be some kind of hydraulic drum brakes. I don't see any brake pads or anything like that. No rotors. Unless they're in there. No, I don't see anything. Yeah, there's the hydraulic line. Interesting. Come up here, we got the hydraulic strut. And then its attach point. Here's the gear well. Look at all those hydraulic lines, and I'm guessing fuel lines. There's the reservoir on the right side there. Crazy to think this aircraft is pushing 80 years old. So back here we've got, that looks like the accumulator or hydraulic reservoir. Very cool. Oh, look at that. There's a little landing light down here. That's super interesting. So I guess it's just spring-loaded and opens when the gear comes down. It's got that little roller ball there. Can't tell where it pushes up against, but as the gear swings in, it pushes that light back inside. Interesting. More fuel lines, more hydraulic lines. Awesome. We'll come around back to the right side here. Look at the leading edge of this wing. The Mustang was designed with 6 50 caliber machine guns, 3 on each wing. It's really cool to see the remnants of it here, but those machine guns have been long removed. We'll continue down the leading edge. It looks like the pitot tube sits right down here. Irregular position lights. And get a good side profile of the Mustang. What a beauty. Now, as we make our way towards the rear, I'm looking at this hump or this belly on the aircraft. So I believe that's how the engine gets its cooling from. Yeah, I think that's where so the engine is it's a water-cooled Merlin engine. So I believe that's where the water radiator sits. And that's how it cools the engine during flight. Now if we look towards the rear of this hump, That I assume is just the where it exhausts out past the radiator. Yep, that's the radiator right there. Wow, that thing is massive. Now, it looks like this rear section is on a pivot, so I assume it's like your cowl flaps where you can open and close them. Get a good shot from behind the cockpit here. See if we can take a peek inside. I can just barely reach. Looks fairly modern for what it is. And we got a gas cap over here. Your ailerons, your flaps, aileron trim tab. Awesome. Now, I'm not sure what this access panel is for. What's underneath here? Some kind of drain tube. I wonder if that's the fuel vent. I'm not sure. Looks like a static source right there. And a tail wheel. Oh, I didn't realize. It's a retractable tail wheel. That's super cool. For some reason, I thought they just stuck out. But no, that's retractable. And a tiny little tail for what this plane does. I guess when you have all that thrust coming from the front of the aircraft, you don't need such large control surfaces for that much authority. Well, guys, that's pretty much it with the Bardahl Special. Thanks for watching. It looks like the pilot's about to hop in, so we'll get to watch them start it up and taxi. Hope you enjoyed this episode. We'll see you next time.